of applying what you're going to see in this call, but use the exact same tactics you're going to see. You're going to see Austin right here. Literally did not know, like the business model we're going to introduce you to tonight, he didn't even know what the business model was. He didn't know what it was. He didn't know how e-commerce worked or anything like that. And he was able to go out there and generate $11,000 through November to December using these tactics. The same tactics you're going to see in this call. This person right here, John, was able to come in. Hey, Alex Becker, I was able to use all this stuff, was able to break $1,000 in his first month doing this. You're going to see this person right here, Yami, and this guy, crazy. Okay, so he came into this. His first month, he was able to do over $6,000 profit, and I think you're going to see him a little bit later on in this event today. He's able to actually do about $14,000 a day on Black Friday and does a little bit over $30,000 a month now. But that's like his first starting results right there, so that's nuts. And the reason why you're going to see all these people doing these things and how they're getting these results is because you're literally going to see how we started a new store, got it to over $373 a day within 20 days of doing it, and was able to actually get that store profitable on day one. And we did it by cloning this strategy we actually used, and I don't know if you can see this right here. This is my buddy Matt, who you're going to hear from here in a second. Actually, let's just do a quick little sound check. Devin, are you here?
Hey Alex, yep, hear you loud and clear, dude, and hey to everybody else on call. Devin Zander here. Got a lot of awesome training for you today. I'm super excited. We worked really hard on this. Alex has a few things to say first, then I'll take over. Then I got some awesome training for you. Super pumped, and I'll talk to you guys in a couple minutes.
Okay, awesome. Matt, are you here?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Schmidt here. I'm excited to have you on this call. We got a lot in store for you today, so sit tight, and I will talk to you in a little bit.
Okay, sweet. And so that was Matt and Devin you just heard from. They're going to speak a little bit later today, but we're going to be showing you a process that Matt used to take his brand new store, his new business. Again, doesn't take any hard costs, doesn't take any technical skills. He's able to take his business from zero to $501,000 in sales in its first 60 days. Now, Matt's an expert. You're not going to make $500,000 watching this, but you're going to see the exact tactics he's using and that these people use to get those results. So long story short, yes, this webinar is worth your time. Please hang on, because what you're going to see is how we took a new store to $370+ a day within 2 weeks. Okay, that's a $10,000 per month business built in 2 weeks. You're going to see how to get profitable sales at your new business as soon as tomorrow. You're going to see a lot of people actually on this call that attended this call and were able to get their first sales tomorrow. It's not that uncommon for people to attend this. So again, stay on. You're also going to see how to scale this business to over $10,000 per month. Step by step, we're going to show you the exact strategies, and you're going to meet two e-commerce legends who are doing well over $20,000 to $30,000 per day. That being Matt and Devin, who you actually just heard from, who I'm always going to reference as being in my ceiling, even though they're streaming from their houses right now. Now, there's going to be a little bit of clip out because we have to connect the streams together, so just bear with that. That's why the screen probably went dark when I talk. So just understand that's what's going on, and that's what you're going to see today, guys. And the only catch, the only drawback to all this is if you hop off this stream, you're not going to be able to see it because we're not doing any replays of this. We're not giving the attendance bonuses to everybody that hops off the stream early. So that is what you need to know. And my promise to you is this. You're going to know how to build a profitable online business and how to do it in the next 30 days. We will literally take a poll at the end of this event. We will literally take a poll at the end of it. And I want you to tell me if you actually believe you can build this business in the next 30 days. And I'm going to tell you, look, this is kind of a loaded poll. I've done this stream before. I've never once seen the room not erupt in a bunch of ones, which is what I'm going to ask for. Ones equal yeses on this call. I'm going to be asking you to hit 1 or 2 if you want to say no a lot in this event. So what you're probably thinking right now is, okay, this is great. This all looks very promising. But Alex, is this some type of late night infomercial thing that I popped onto right now? No. Okay, look, you can even, I'm not even going to go through the whole entire list right here. What you're going to see today is a business model that I guarantee you've interacted with online, you've bought from online, and it's very similar to if you go to Walmart, 7-Eleven, Nordstrom's. It is a business model that every single business on earth uses. It's been around for almost hundreds of years, and this is something that you can actually show your family, you can show your friends. We're not teaching you some wing-ding, black hat, weird Bitcoin ICO launch thing. We're going to teach you how to build real legitimate business here using very common sense tactics to allow you to do it without any hard cost, without any technical skills, and do it very quickly. And if you stick with us till the end, what we're going to give you is we're going to give you store templates. These are going to be things you're going to be able to use on your new businesses that get started right away. We're going to give you a list of big products, and these are going to be things you're going to be selling. And we're also going to give you a list of where to get customers from for free. These are all huge things, and it's going to make more and more sense as we go through this call. So just understand, not only will you not get this information if you hop off, but you also lose all these attendance bonuses, which are going to help you a ton once you understand this business model. Now, the thing we need to talk about right now is something that you might not think is important. Look, you probably want to hop in here right now and you want to dive straight into the tactics. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, there is no tactic on earth that we can teach you until you address this one big problem you're having. Okay, and that's addressing what is stopping you. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to give me one if this is what you feel like. Okay, do you feel like you're stuck on one side of the wall in your life? For example, you're probably here because you want to start a business. You want to learn how to make additional money. You want to learn how to have a little bit more financial freedom, or heck, start a whole new career that is on your terms. But you feel like there's this big wall separating you from making that jump. And you probably see a lot of other people that are entrepreneurs. You maybe have friends who are entrepreneurs, or you see entrepreneurs on TV, and you think there's this big giant chasm that separates you from them. Kind of like this big wall we're looking at, this picture right now, where you're watching everybody else on the other side, but you think there's just something stopping you. Give me one if that's you. You feel like something's stopping you, can't quite put your finger on it, or maybe it's a combination of things we're about to talk about. And look, probably one of the reasons why you've tried is give me one if one of these calls out to you. You've never had a clear-cut way to start an income-producing business. The risk and cost involved are not compatible with your life. You believe you have zero experience, and because of that, you cannot start a business. And look, you don't have years to build something and wait to make money. That's not compatible with your current life. You got bills, you got a family, you got something, okay? And you rather accept comfort you have now instead of risk losing it all. Give me one if one of those reasons or multiple of those reasons are why you have not started a business or tried to make additional money. That's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. And guys, if you're not hitting one, hit one for me now. This is a very interactive webinar. Hit one for me. Because if you don't, this is the most important part. I want you to have success in this call, and if you're not interacting with it, you're not hitting one, you're not actually addressing this big problem first, I promise you, you will not have success. I promise you. Okay, we're going to show you all the tactics and stuff like that, but until we get this out of the way, you got to understand. So my question for you is this. What if we removed all those obstacles? What if we did give you a clear-cut blueprint? What if we gave you a way to do it without any financial risk whatsoever? What if we gave you a way to get this working with literally zero experience? And what if we showed you a way to be getting customers as soon as next week? No long wait time. And we extensively backed up and proved all of that. One thing we're going to do on this call, this event that you're probably never going to see anywhere else, any claim I make, I will back it up with multiple people getting results from the information that we're talking about. If we did all those things, would you be able to go all in? If that's the big question right here. If we removed every single obstacle, would you finally be able to go all in? Give me one if you could. If we removed all those obstacles that are stopping you. Okay, I see a lot of ones, and I'm going to hold you to this because, look, that's the God's honest reality. I showed you people getting results right here. John was able to do $1,000 his first month. Dhruv right here, he's actually a 16-year-old. He's able to get to $359 a day within a couple weeks of applying this. Yami right here, actually this is the one where he did like over $12,000 in his first month. That being said, before we get into the tactics that all those people use to get those results, we really need to talk about your biggest issue. There's something holding you back, and it's not the lack of information, it's not lack of knowledge, it's not lack of tactics. Look, we're going to give you the exact tactics to build a business really fast here, just in a couple minutes. But we need to talk about the reason why you've never gone all in. I really doubt you hopping on this live stream is the first time you've ever thought about making more money, or taking control of your life, or having a business and working for yourself. And the reason why you've never done that is probably because you have a set of beliefs, you have a set of views that tell you that it's not a good idea. It's not the right thing to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, those things are wrong because I can relate to this because the reason why you've probably never gone all in is exactly the same reason why I almost didn't go all in 8 years ago. Now, look, the reason why is because the world has fed us bullshit. It's fed us straight bullshit, and I want to be very frank with you. I did what you're wanting to do right now with probably far less than you currently have. And I'll get into that here in a second. I was making borderline no money. I was stuck in a job I hated. And we'll get into why I'm here wearing a military uniform here in a second. But I want to introduce myself so you know why you should listen to me. Okay? You're going to come on a lot of these calls, and you're going to have a lot of internet people or internet money men teaching about how to make money, but they can't back up any of their results. They can't back up any businesses they built. So let me start right there. It's important. So, my name is Alex Becker. I'm a tech entrepreneur and national best-selling author. If you go check me on YouTube, we have over 250,000 subscribers. If you go check out one of our Facebook groups, I have over 50,000 entrepreneurs who all come to us for information and training. And if you also go check me on Instagram, I have over 100,000 followers. Long story short, a lot of people view me as a credible source of information. The reason why they do is because unlike most other internet money people, you can go find my multi-million-dollar businesses online. Okay, and I'm not going to go through the whole check marks right here because what's really important is you can find my multi-million-dollar businesses with just a simple Google search. I am one of the fastest-growing autoresponders online. This handles email for businesses. It's called Market Hero. I also am launching a supplement company called Becker. This actually sells a lot of nootropics and anti-aging products. I've also started another multi-million-dollar company called SourceWave, and I own another million-dollar company called Conquer, which handles freelance transactions between freelancers and businesses. Long story short, not only do I have enough knowledge and experience in successful businesses online, I don't just make all my money teaching people how to make money online. That's very important when you're actually learning how to build a business. And the reason why I stress these things right here is because, look, we can talk about my business's income. My business has generated anywhere from $600,000 to over $1.5 million in some months. Now, that's not really the most important thing. And if you want to verify that, you can go check out my YouTube channel. Not right now, but there's plenty of times me logging into my Stripe account and going through our transactions and stuff like that, because I don't want to keep anything hidden, but we need to, for the sake of time, keep moving on in this call. The reason why I'm telling you these things right here is because I don't know specifically what you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for the toys and gizmos and stuff like that. Maybe you're looking to just travel the world with your family. Maybe you're looking to do big things or have big crazy events. Maybe you're looking to just travel the world. Maybe you just want more free time. Maybe you just want more financial freedom. Whatever it is, I want to stress right now that not only do I have experience building businesses that have gotten me those things, but I want to stress the big decision that got me all those things. Because it really came down to a decision 8 years ago to go all in, just like I talked about. And if I hadn't made that decision that I'm stressing to you right now on this call, I would not be where I am today. I could show you all these things right here. I could show you the results of all my businesses and the income they produce, but it really all came down to one decision. And you're going to have the chance to make that decision today in your head, okay? And I want to stress this. Look, I did this, and I started this was probably less than you have right now. If we jump back to 2011, I was in the U.S. Air Force making slightly above minimum wage as a firefighter. Now, look, I didn't really fight much fires, and most of my time was spent cleaning toilets and washing fire trucks. And the place I worked at was very toxic. I was stuck there, too, as well, because I had no experience. I had no skills. I couldn't get a job as a firefighter on the outside, okay? And just like you might be thinking right now, I didn't have experience. I didn't have money to invest in hard cost, okay? And I sure as heck didn't have a ton of time to wait, especially once I got out of the Air Force. And I was about to be locked into this life that I hated. How many people right now, you might not hate your life right now, but it's definitely something you're not excited about for the next 40 years of your life. You want something different. Give me one if that's you. That's exactly where I was. I wanted something different. I wanted something more. I didn't want to be a multimillionaire. I just wanted to be able to go and do stuff that I enjoyed working on. I wanted to be able to make enough money that I didn't have to do this stuff. I didn't have to work at a toxic environment. And it was really created by the people I worked with, not the military. I have nothing but good things to say about the military, but the people I worked under, they didn't like me. I didn't like them. And it was just a really toxic working experience. And look, here's the thing. I almost stayed in because of what I like to call the stinky oasis story. I'm sure right now in your life, the most dangerous thing you have and you don't know it is the comfort that you have. I want you to picture whatever your life is right now, whatever your job is, whatever you're working on, that's not really giving you the amount of money that you need to thrive, but is giving you the money you need to survive or keeping you at the level you're at. This is what I like to call the stinky oasis. This is not where you want to be, but it's what keeps you alive. It's what keeps you semi-comfortable. But you know out there, there's this dream oasis out there. You have that, whatever it is you're looking for. I want you to picture it, whether it's financial freedom, tons of free time, traveling the world, whatever it is. And the reason why we don't ever go and look for that big golden oasis is because we're afraid of getting lost in the desert. We're afraid of getting lost in the desert. We're afraid of this travel from this one stinky oasis right here to our dream oasis. We're afraid of getting lost and losing our comfort that we currently have. Give me one if that's you. Exactly. So while I was comfortable in the Air Force, I almost didn't go and take this journey to the dream oasis. I didn't go and take this journey to getting what I want out of life because everybody's telling me at the current oasis that stay there. It's too risky to go out in the desert. It's too expensive. You can't start a business. It's going to take too long to get there. You're going to die in the desert. Can you guys relate to that? Has the world told you things like business is nothing but risk? You have to have money to make money. You must be some whiz kid. You must have crazy technical skills. You have to give up everything else in your life. And being an entrepreneur is some inbred trait. Give me one if the world has told you that. Because they told me that too, and that's what almost kept me at the stinky oasis that I just talked about. And it's a dangerous thing because you can't take health advice from a deeply unhealthy person. Going and getting financial or business or money advice from people that are not good at financial or making money is like going to the gym and getting workout tips from a person that is grossly overweight. If you follow what they say, you're probably going to end up where they're at, grossly overweight. And give me one if that makes sense. Because that's why it's so dangerous. That's why you have to get out of this headspace right now. Because the entire world is made up mostly of people that are not entrepreneurs. They might be your friends, they might be your family, they might be your coworkers. But I'm going to tell you one thing. They don't know a flying fuck about making money. If they did, they wouldn't be telling you these things. Because I'm going to tell you right now, as an actual entrepreneur who's built many multi-million-dollar businesses and actually started his first business when he was completely broke out of the Air Force, business is not all about risk. We're going to show you how to start a business on this call without any financial risk whatsoever. You don't have to have money to make money. We're going to show you to start a business that can make $100 a day with as little as a $20 investment. You don't have to be some whiz kid. Right now in online entrepreneurship, the age of coding and doing everything like that is well past. We're going to show you simple software you can use today. You don't even have to buy it. That is going to allow you to have a website and a place to sell stuff from in the next 15 minutes after you set it up. And you don't have to give up everything. You can do this on your weekends. You can do this when you get done with work. And it isn't some inbred trait. I'm going to show you every single person from every walk of life on this call who's made money using this business model that we're going to show you. And the thing you need to understand is the world is going to keep pushing this to you when it's not true. And how do I know that? It's because that's what the world pushed to me. Look, I'm not saying your friends or family are your enemies, maybe your coworkers, whatever, but they're probably not entrepreneurs, and so because of that, they don't know shit about entrepreneurship. And because they've subscribed to what I like to call the safe life, you know what I'm talking about. You go to school, you get $50,000 in debt, you get a job, you do shit you don't want to do for the next 40 years, and then you save your money, and then you die frugally. That's the safe life. Give me one if everybody tells you that's the way you got to go. And then everybody tells you that entrepreneurship, starting a business, don't go there because, look, well, the safe life is no cup of tea. Man, that thing is a trial by fire. You're guaranteed to get a pretty decent life if you live the safe life. But you go entrepreneurship, man, you have a one. It's like playing the lottery with your life. That's what people are going to tell you. And it's disturbing because it's so far from the truth. Look, my safe life future was stay in the Air Force. Stay in the Air Force. Work a job for the next 20 years that I really don't like. Makes me deeply unhappy. Make $40,000 a year at my very top. At my very top. And what was the big payoff for all of this? Saving money and living frugally all those years? It was to get out of the military finally after doing something I hated and losing all the good years of my life. And my big payoff was being able to live frugally in retirement. That was my big payoff. Being an old man, counting pennies, counting dollars, making sure that cup of Starbucks isn't too expensive. And that was my big payoff for trading in the best years of my life. Where is the payoff for that? That is a lose-lose situation. You play the game, you lose. You don't play the game, you lose. Look, I wanted something where I could live life on my terms now. I wanted to be successful now, and I wanted to be successful later on in life. I didn't want to spend the next 40 years of my life doing something I hated to just make enough money to get by, just so I could retire and to use up the little bit of money I have left and then die. That's not what I wanted. And the thing is, in the age of online entrepreneurship, look, let's compare it, okay? And you tell me which one is the safe life. Entrepreneurship, I'm going to show you to get started with zero debt. Every day of your life is your day. You're never trading anything for anything else. Your time is your time. You live how you like always, and you do something you love, and you live however the F you want. Risk-free. And we're going to show you to do that. Now, the safe life, there's huge upfront debt. You go to college, you get $50,000, $80,000 in debt. Worst case. Best case scenario, you spend the next 40 years trading 5 days of your life so you can have 2 days every single weekend off. That's 71% of your life gone. You live frugally for 40 years, you do something you dislike, and you get to live in your old age frugally. I saw that. Which one is the safe payout right here? Give me one if you can clearly see that entrepreneurship isn't as dangerous as some people thought, especially if I can prove all those statements I just made, which I plan to. And I saw that too. And so I was in the Air Force. I remember just literally, I got pulled into the office one day and some guy yelled at me for not making my bed the right way or something like that. And I had made my bed the right way. I'm not going to get into the bed making stuff. But I had just had enough. You know, I was a 22, 23-year-old man, and I was being yelled at about how well I cleaned toilets and how well I made my bed. I had had enough. And so I decided, look, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go all in. I'm not going to spend the next 40 years of my life doing this. I'm not going to spend the next 40 years of my life doing something I hate so I can live the final 20 years of my life living very frugally. That's not what I'm going to do. And so I chose online entrepreneurship because I couldn't go to college. I didn't have $50,000 to put into that. I couldn't go and get a job on the outside. I didn't have the skills to go do that. But when I got into entrepreneurship, the big reason why we're having this call today is I did it wrong. I made it too complicated. And so when I told you guys, look, this is my first online business, I went ham. Okay, this is one of my first ones. I used a tactic called SEO that was really, really hard at the time, and I made a site where we basically sell little PDFs that taught people how to draw horses. It didn't do too well. I'll leave it at that. It made a couple sales. We sold a few of these PDFs. It got a little bit of money coming in, but it was just very inconsistent. And the problem is right here, guys, is I made this way too complicated. I didn't have a good product to sell. I didn't have a really consistent way to get people to that product because I was using Google traffic. And I really didn't have a platform to sell that product from. The entire site was a mess. And what was the big changing point for me is what this whole entire event focuses on. Okay? It was getting the map to that golden oasis. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, entrepreneurship without any mentorship, without any guidance, it is dangerous because you're going out there from the stinky oasis and you're walking in this desert you've never been through before. But if you know how to simplify, the map to get there, you're going to get there because it's actually not as complicated as you think it would be because, look, we're walking into this with so many negative beliefs have been taught to us by people that don't know anything about entrepreneurship. And so what happened is I bumped into a group of entrepreneurs who taught me, hey, dude, you're really overcomplicating this process. All you need to do to make this work is you have to have a good product, you have to have a place to sell that product, and you have to have a way to get interested people to that product. If you have those three things, you have a business that works. And I'm going to tell you one thing right here. You can get access to all three of those things with zero investment right now. So when I got out of the Air Force, I had saved up a little bit of money so I could work on these businesses. And I remember the last month I was there, I was living in this kind of tiny room in like this college frat house. Like I was basically like living, it was like $250 a month rent, and that was still expensive for me at the time. And I always remember watching my bank account dwindle down. It was down to my last $1,000, and it cost me about $1,100 a month to live. So I had to make this work. Okay, I was going to have to start selling stuff. I was going to have to do all sorts of weird stuff. I was getting fired from every job I worked. It was desperate. Okay, it wasn't good, and it's because I started it and I didn't have an event like this to kind of show me, hey, you're overcomplicating it. But once I simplified it, I realized I had a good product. I knew how to rank SEO websites. I found a place to sell that product, forums and help wanted sites, and I had a way to get people to that product, a telephone and forums, just talking to people. Within about a week of applying this concept, I got my first client, I sold tons of SEO services, and my income went from pretty much nothing, about $1,000 a month, to $2K a month, $5K a month, $12K a month. And overnight, in that 1 month, everything changed when I finally got down to the basics. Get a good product, have a place to sell that product, have a way to get people there. Repeat that to me, okay? Repeat it right now. Have a product, have a place to sell that product, have a way to get people there. Once you have those three things, everything is easy. If you overcomplicate those three things, it's going to be a complete mess. But once you have those three things, the sky's the little limit. Now look, I'm talking to you right now. I'm not telling you you're going to have a private jet. You're not going to have a house like mine by the end of this call. Probably not going to have it in the next 2 months. What I'm telling you is once you have this, you can really go as far as you want to go with it. You want to make $10,000 a month, by all means. You want to make $100,000 per month, you're going to see people on this call that do that. I'm telling you, once you understand that, in the age of online entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship is the safe route. Because all the obstacles you think you have, all those big burning trial by fire things, don't really exist. And the process of getting from the stinky oasis to the dream oasis isn't all that complicated. And in the age of entrepreneurship, the safe life is the dangerous route. Because not only does it put you in a ton of upfront debt, not only does it have you doing something you hate for the next 40 years of your life, not only does it have you dying poor, but it just isn't the safe way to go. Give me a 2 if you've had a little bit of an aha moment. Give me a 1 if you've had a little bit of an aha moment about this, because you probably came on this call and your life plan is the safe life. I don't know about you, but a plan where you lose no matter what, that's not safe. That's called guaranteed failure. And a plan where you don't have to risk too much and the upside is huge, that's the safe life, and that's entrepreneurship. Now, before we continue, we got to have a little bit quick legal talk, okay? And you can read my legal beagle meme right here, or you can just listen to this real quick. I want to be completely transparent with you, and I'm not really even saying this because we legally have to. I'm saying this because I want to be completely honest with you, okay? Look, you're going to see so many results in this call, and they're going to be very exciting results. You're going to see our results. You're going to see Matt and Devin's results. You're going to see a lot of 7-figure results, 6-figure results. And I want to stress that those are other people's results. They are not in any way symbolic of the results you will get. We cannot guarantee you will get those results because those results took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of effort, And it took a lot of things and factors that we cannot control on this call. You need to understand your results are completely your results. You're 100% responsible for them. We're going to show you the tactics, everything that people have used to get these results. But because we don't know you, we can't go inside your body and make you do the work. We in no means guarantee that these are your results. And a lot of people that get in the business fail because, in my opinion, they don't put in the work or the effort. There's so many factors that go into it. And because of that, we cannot guarantee anything you're seeing here. All we can guarantee is you'll see the exact same tactics to get all the results you've seen so far in this call. And most importantly, I want you to understand, I'm telling you all this right now, because imagine if I had stuck to the safe life. This was me making $18,000 to $24,000 a year, miserable. And I would have spent the next 20, 30 years of my life like that. Me going out there, going all in, that's what allows me to generate $20,000 to $50,000 per day because I made that decision. And I want to stress again, my breakthrough didn't come from some high risk, high investment, anything that people tell you. It came from a low risk method that only involved a telephone. It came with literally no prior experience, and it happened fast once I got the cores of it down. And the three essentials to this big break, again, were having a good product, having a place to sell that product, and having a way to get people there, period. But the thing is, you got to understand, my method was 8 years ago, okay? SEO and selling SEO services and the stuff I did, it was hot back then, and it was actually a lot harder than what we're going to show you today. Look, all the things I just wrapped up, a good product, a way to sell that product, and a way to get people to that product is all literally done, and it's a lot easier than what I did, using a simple program called Shopify and drop shipping from this program. It allows you to have good products, a place to sell those products, and a way to get customers there all at once. And you can have it all set up literally 15 minutes after this call. And I mean that, guys. Look, here's Angelica right here. She's going to apply exactly what we're going to show you with her Shopify stores. She's able to do $4,300 in her first month. Here's Yami right here. He is able to do $14,000 in one day, and his stores actually generate about $30,000 per month right here. Okay? Here's Joshua. He was able to come in, and within 1 day of applying the tactics you're going to see in this call, he was able to generate $323 a day doing this. Here's Daruv, 16 years old, was able to get to $359 a day within a couple weeks of applying this stuff. And again, I guarantee you will see the exact same tactics these people use. Here's Thiobot right here. He was able to get to $355 a day within 3 days of using the tactics you're going to see on this call. And look, again, here's another person right here who was able to get their first sale right after this call. Here's another person able to get their first sale right after this call. Got my store up on my second day into this. I got my first sale. Guys, I cannot stress enough, hold me to this. By the end of this call, you will have a way to have a thriving Shopify dropshipping business in 30 days. And the thing I want to stress right now is don't be intimidated by this. When you hear words like e-commerce and dropshipping, give me one if you probably get a little bit intimidated. That sounds like a big business or something like that. It's really not, guys. Let me show you what a Shopify store looks like. Look, guys, what you're looking at right now is actually one of my Shopify stores. We sell little hoodies and stuff like that from it. But you've probably seen stores like this. It's a simple e-commerce website. And the funny thing is right here, you can simply go sign up to this site, and don't sign up here. We actually have a really special link that's going to give you a really long, extended free trial of this. But this program right here called Shopify allows you to build sites that look like this in literal minutes. And look, we don't want to waste too much time on this call showing you how to set up these sites on Shopify because it's a really simple process. We're actually going to send you that in the attendance bonuses, the templates, and everything to do this with. But I want you to understand you've seen this business model hundreds of times, except you don't understand exactly how it works. And once you actually do, you're going to be like, why the heck am I not doing this? So here's how this process works. And it's actually really simple, and I guarantee you see it every single day. Most sites you're dealing with are using this exact process. So what you do is we're going to go to Chinese wholesale websites where we can buy items very, very cheaply. Very cheaply. It's crazy how cheap you can get some of these items. You might actually start buying from these sites instead of using Amazon. But let's get into this. So what's going to happen is we go and find products like this tent, for example, that we can buy for $40. But we're not buying anything up front. Don't worry about that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put a picture of this tent on our store, and we're going to charge $149 for it, even though it costs us $40 to buy it. By the way, this is used at every single business. You go to 7-Eleven, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of these items that you're seeing these wholesale sites at 7-Eleven. I guarantee a lot of sites you're going to start visiting online, you're going to notice, whoa, they're drop shipping these. You're going to notice this. Now, look, what we then do is we go to the Facebook groups where we use free traffic places, or we just use really cheap Facebook ads to find people that are interested in camping. We send them to our site. Then they buy the tent for $149 or whatever gizmo it is. We don't have to do this in the camping niche. I'm just breaking it down. And then what happens when they buy the tent for $149, we keep $109 profit. Because all we then do is we go to that Chinese wholesale site and we buy the item there, and the Chinese wholesale site ships it to the person. We don't have to buy anything up front. There's no investment whatsoever, and we can send people to our site literally for free. We can have the site up for free. No investment, no technical skills, no risk, and we can be getting sales as soon as tomorrow. Give me one if you suddenly just kind of had an aha moment. Oh, wait, you can start a real business, businesses that are very similar to a lot of other businesses online. No risk, no investment, no technical skills. You can do this, and all three of those things are covered just by Shopify dropshipping. And yes, there's potential to be getting sales on day one. And we're going to give you all the tools to do it here in a second. Look, these people right here, Caleb, first sale, literally on his first day. This guy 5 days in, getting his first sale. This person right here, 2 days in, was able to get his first sale. Okay, I'm moving stuff all over the place. This person right here, I just got an order from my store. I wasn't expecting it so soon. Now what do I do? And so, knowing all this, seeing all this, can you see why I'm saying the biggest opportunity right now is Shopify dropshipping? Because it gives you the three things you need to start a business: a product, a place to sell that product, and a way to get customers to those products, all in one place without a big investment. You can do it quickly and without any technical experience. Okay? Give me one if you can see why I'm saying that now. And you kind of agree with me. Give me one if you agree with me. Of course, because it's awesome. And look, I want to ask you right now, are you finally ready to commit to the training session? Now we can hop into the tactics, then we knocked out the biggest issue, which is why you haven't gotten started in the first place with some other type of business model. And I want you to keep my initial promise in your head. By the end of this call, you will have a way to confidently build a successful business in the next 30 days, maybe even in the next week. And that also being said, I have one last question for you. If we give you a straightforward plan that works, that you can execute on, that you can see, will you be ready to go all in? Whatever's been stopping you from getting started, whatever's been holding you back, give me one if you'd finally be ready to go on. If now that you understand the business model, you understand it doesn't come with all the risk you talked about, if we give you an exact way to execute on that business model right now, give me one if you'd be ready to go all in. Okay, well that's good, because that's exactly what you're going to get, guys. And frankly, once you have this plan, it's not very hard, and the reason it's not very hard is because you're going to be copying these two guys' blueprint. You're going to hear from here in a second. You heard from way early in the call, but you're going to be hearing from Devin Zander. He's the head of Smart Apps. It's actually one of the largest Shopify app companies online. He's also built tons and dozens of successful Shopify stores, making $100, $200, $400 a day. In fact, you're going to see that in this call right here. And you're also going to be learning directly from Matt Schmidt, who right here is doing about $20,000 to $30,000 a day on Shopify. And you can actually see his stats right here. It's probably too small for you to see, but he's able to take his new store from zero to $501,000 in sales in its first 60 days. And to prove how effective these strategies are, we're not just going to tell you about them. We're going to do it right in front of you. We're going to go and show you exactly how we built a new business, and in less than 20 days, got it to over $370 a day in sales in less than 20 days. And more importantly, how we got to $100 a day in sales on the very first day. We're going to show you all of that step by literal step. So literally, look, I could go into our stories, but you don't want to hear any more stories. We all have very similar stories. Devin got started. He was in college. He dropped out because he saw entrepreneurship. Matt actually went to college, got out, couldn't find a job. The job that he then started working, he hated, and then got into entrepreneurship. We all have the same similar stories, and it all came down to us making that decision to go all in. So we're giving you that plan right now so you can finally confidently make that decision to go all in. So that being said, what Devin is going to train you in right now, we're going to throw it over to him, is he's going to show you how to have a great product that people are going to buy in 3 minutes. He's going to show you how to have a beautiful place to sell that product in less than 10 minutes. He's actually going to show you how they built a $300 a day business right in front of you.
Hey guys, so let's get into this. This is something that we've worked really hard preparing. And what I'm going to show you today is how we took this portable sewing machine that you see right here, and we built an online business that makes us over $400 per day. So that's over $10,000 a month. And in the first day that we launched this online business, we had it up to $100 in sales a day. So we're making $100. And then within 20 days, we were up to about $400 a day, just like that. And it was super simple to set up. And in fact, I'm going to walk you through it right now. You see, we use this tool called Shopify to build these online websites. And there's no coding required. You don't need to be like a tech guru or anything. All we do is we go up here, we click Get Started, and we can instantly build an online store. Okay, just like that. No coding necessary. Like I said, you fill out like a form, and then they instantly generate a store for you. It's really simple. And then what we do is we go to this website, which is called AliExpress. Now, this is a Chinese wholesaler. So essentially what we do is we come here and they sell a product for like, well, we can just take a look at the sewing machine itself. So we come here, and this is actually where we found the sewing machine. So right here, and as you can see, we can buy it here for about 17 bucks. I think we have a supplier on here for 13, and then we come over here and we sell it on our website for $40, and we just keep all the profit. Now, why it's really cool is because we don't need like any inventory or anything like that. What happens essentially is we upload the photos of this product to our store. All we do is download the photos and upload them, and then we just start selling the product to people who are interested in sewing machines. And then when they buy the product from us, we just go over here, we buy the product from AliExpress, and instead of putting our shipping information, we put the customer shipping information, and then it's going to ship this directly to the customer. So we never need to have inventory or anything like that ever. All we do is we throw up the images on our website, put it up for sale. When people buy it, we have it delivered to them. We pay 17 bucks, they paid 40, and we keep all the profit. Now I want to teach you about a really cool tool I use. Now this is called Thieve.co actually, and what it allows us to do is find like really cool products that are on this AliExpress website. Okay, so if we want to find a product that only costs like $2 and we want to start selling it for like 30 bucks, then we come over here and we look for what's trending. So what this website is just like the coolest items on AliExpress, and people vote on them. So as you can see, this has like 30 votes, this has 53 votes, this has 15 votes and stuff like that. And what we can do is use these votes to gauge interest in a product. So what we like to do is come over to this trending tab. You can see it right here. And this allows us to see products that are really cool right now that we can start selling. And remember, all we have to do is put the images on our store and we can sell them. So what we look for is anything on trending, because remember, these are products that are cool now. People are interested in them now. And we look for anything that has over 200 upvotes. So as you can see, this has like 225, this has 250, this is 252, this has 214, 191, 112. And we just want to look for something that is, relevantly or relatively cheap, that has over 200 votes. So if we come up here, we have this coffee slip spoon, okay, for $3.72. So if we look here, we can click on this buy on AliExpress button right here, and it's going to take us to this product listing page right here. And all we have to do is put these images in our store, and then we just sell it to people who are interested in coffee. And there's this really cool tool that we can use that is extremely easy to use, no coding necessary. Once again, it's this import to Shopify button. And what this allows us to do is just put this product instantly into our online store so we can start selling it. So we've got our store here, and we have our products, and you can see that this coffee product isn't in here right now. There's no coffee product anywhere. And if we wanted to start selling this and we didn't, want to download all the images one by one and stuff like that, all we have to do is click on this neat little import to Shopify button. And you can see that the product is being transferred to our store right now. Okay, and now it's been successfully imported. So if we come back over here and we refresh, we'll find the product in our store somewhere in here. It's not always. We got too much stuff in here. Let's refresh it one more time. Yeah, here it is, right here in our store, ready to sell. Okay, it just took a little second to get in here. So what we want to do is we can kind of like look right here. So they call it a coffee slip spoon. We'll just take that title right there. And this is the best coffee spoon ever. We just write a little description about it. It'll brighten up your morning. On sale for a limited time only. And I want to start selling this for $19. Or actually, I'm going to sell it for $24.99 because it looks really cool. It looks like really luxurious, something you could get at some high-end store or something like that. And now we're just going to click this save button. And just like that, we've got this product in our store. We can start selling it, okay? And we can just start sending people who are interested in coffee to our website, okay? And now I'm gonna show you how you can do that right now. I'm actually gonna show you exactly how we took this portable sewing machine to $100 a day the first day we're selling it, and then we built a 5-figure, $10,000 a month business selling it. And it's really easy because you can actually just target people by what they're interested in on Facebook. So if I wanted to show this to people who are interested in sewing, all I'd have to do is go over to Facebook and make a little ad like this. In fact, this is the same ad that we use to take this product to $10,000 a month and build a 6-figure a year business out of it. So it was really easy to make. And as you can see, it's just a little bit of text, a video of the sewing machine that we found on the supplier's page. So we didn't have to record this video or anything. The supplier actually just gave it to us, which is pretty simple. They want you to make sales as well. And the supplier is just who we're buying the product from over on AliExpress. So all we had to do was go over to our Facebook ads manager. And this is really easy to set up. You just go to business.facebook.com. It takes you about 5 minutes to get to this page that I'm looking at now. And then when we're here, what we want to do is click on conversions, because Facebook actually knows how to send buyers to us. They make sure that only buyers are seeing our product, which is extremely freaking awesome. At least I think so. So you see this little please select a conversion event right here. All we have to do is click on purchase. And now what Facebook's going to do is ensure that we're only getting people sent to our website who are likely to purchase. As you can see, it says we'll optimize delivery of your ads to get the most of these at the lowest cost. So they're going to get us as many sales on our product as possible without us spending a lot of money. And then all we did was change the age right here. So these are the age of people who are going to see our ad, right? We only wanted to show it to people who are 25 and over, because people under 25 usually don't buy things online. And then all we did was click here. So this is detailed targeting. These are the people who are going to see our ads. And all we did was click or type in sewing, just like that. That is all we did. And then we started running an ad spending $10 a day. So if you come down here, you can set a budget, set it to $10 a day. That's $1,000 a day. $10 a day. This is all we did, and we instantly had a $100 plus day on our first day. And then we got up to about 20, 30 bucks a day, and we just scaled it up a little bit, spent a little bit more each day, and then we were making about $400 a day within 20 days. Okay, it's a 5-figure a month, $10,000 a month business in 20 days, spending barely anything each day. And then all we did was, this is when you start to show your ad what you want it to show. We just clicked single video because we were running a video ad. And then we selected our video that we had gotten from the Chinese supplier. Okay, they provided it to us. And then as you can see, all we said was portable, lightweight, and easy to use. Get this mini sewing machine by hitting, shop now. So we put that right here. We put a link to the sewing machine at the top. This is where the website URL is. So this is where we want to send the traffic to. And then for our headline, all we put was on sale. And then we changed this call to action. It's this little button in the bottom right. We change it to shop now because we want people to know that they're going to be buying something. And this is literally all we did. We came down here, we hit confirm, we placed our order. All we did was target people on Facebook with ads who are likely to purchase, and we targeted people who are interested in sewing. So this will show only to people who are interested in sewing. And I know it sounds really easy, but this is all we did. And then, like I said, on our first day, 100 bucks plus, and then within 20 days, we had a $10,000 a month business. It was that easy to set up. It's absolutely amazing. The internet has allowed us to do some really awesome things, and it's just really exciting time. Now, I think Alex has some more to share to you, so I'm gonna pass it back to Alex, but this is all we did, and we built a 5-figure a month business. How amazing is that? All right, Alex, back to you, my friend.
All right, how about that? So now that you've seen what Devin can do, okay, and give me one real quick if you enjoyed that. Like you had like a big ha-ha moment, like I can do this. Give me one if you can see yourself doing this. Okay, cool. So now what we're gonna do is look, what Matt is the master at is ads. And so what we're gonna show you right now is how to start getting your first customers, how to start getting a lot of your first customers actually. And then Matt's gonna show you how to scale this business up to $10,000 per month. Okay, because that's the place you want to get to. That's the kind of that's the big dream oasis for a lot of people in this call right now. And a lot of things you're about to see, you can actually use to take a 10K per month store to 50K a month. So that being said, Matt, I'm going to throw this over to you right now. Give me a big fat one in chat if you're excited to see this, you're pumped up. And Matt, I'm going to throw this to you.
What's up, everybody? Hey, thank you guys very much. I'm going to be talking to you guys about the exciting part of things, because at this point you have a product that's winning. You launched some of the ads like we showed you, and now we're going to take that to the next level and we're going to scale it up. And this is going to be the pathway to the 10,000 plus per month with a product, with a handful of products on your store. And this is a really exciting thing, guys, because you've done the hard work that got you to this point, right? And now we're going to show you how Facebook can do a lot of the heavy lifting going forward. So real quick, guys, before we get too started, I want to make sure, if you're brand new to this, give me a 1 in the chat box real quick, because I could go super detailed into scaling. I could talk about it for forever, really, for hours. But right now, if you're brand new to this, what I want to do is get you to see the big picture. So let's go real quick. Let me check the chat box here. And it looks like a lot of people are just brand new, and that's fine. It's perfectly fine. So what I'm going to talk about today is going to be really top level stuff, and don't get too wrapped up in the minutia of things. Don't get wrapped up in the terminology. More focus on the bigger picture and the concepts that I'm going to be sharing with you here today. So this is literally how I do this every single time. Now, I'm not promising you that you're going to get $501,000 in that period of time. Like we did there. That was a really good store, and I've been at this for a long time. But I can tell you that if you follow these steps and you do all the hard work up to this point, and then you let Facebook help you, and you follow these steps, you will have success, and we're going to get you towards that $10,000 plus per month. So real quick, a lot of people get this confused, right? They think that they're just spending money blindly, and they're not really sure what kind of results are going to be here. And then what really differentiates Facebook from any other platform? Maybe you heard that Google's good. Maybe you heard some, Pinterest is a new up and coming thing. What differentiates Facebook from everything else, right? And it really is because Facebook has taken a lot of steps to ensure that you have the best possible success rate you can. Right? They want you to win, because if you win, you're spending more money with them. They're making more money, right? And so they give you a lot of tools, and we're going to cover one of those today on how you can win, right? Because they're going to allow you to take some steps and to gain some traction and snowball in the right direction very quickly. And if you follow what we're going to be talking about here today, that's going to happen for you too as well. So how Facebook works, right? Facebook knows a lot about you, right? So we have our example here, our little camper, and he bought a tent. So you say you're selling this tent, and he came to your site off of an ad that you were running, and he purchased this tent, right? Facebook knows a lot about what you are, who you are, where you come from, the kind of money you make. Let's talk a little bit about what exactly they know. They know everything, really, when it comes down to it. They know that our camper is a male. He's 34 to 45, in that range somewhere. He likes survival brands based off of the Facebook pages he likes. He watches Duck Dynasty. Maybe he follows that show. He's married because of what he lists on his profile. Makes $60,000 a year. Yeah, they even know that. He's college educated. You also list that on your profile. And he's bought products online, right? They're tracking some of the purchases that you made online, or at least know that you have made those purchases, right? And that's what the Facebook pixel is on sites for, that kind of data gathering reason, right? And so the thing about this, right? So they gather all this information up is that he is not alone in this. And this might actually describe somebody else that's watching this call right now. It's pretty close to watching me, in terms of age bracket and some of the similar likes. So they know that he's not alone, right? And they start gathering up all this information. And you can actually create what's called a lookalike audience based off, once you get a couple of these campers that come in, you can say, gather up these groups of people and go find me more of them, right? And Facebook can actually do that. So they can say, hey, you have this 100 set. It's really like when you get 100 people, that's really the key, right? So you're gonna get 100 purchases or 100 people that add to your cart. Again, don't worry about the technical parts of it, but you can say, hey, Facebook, give me 2 to 3 million people who look exactly like this, this camper, right? And then they can go and find that. And it actually happens quicker than you would actually expect, which is actually pretty funny because they really do know that much about the community and who's out there and who's interacting on their platform, because this is how advertisers win on their platform, is they are capable of finding these people for them, right? So now you've taken your, say, 100 people, and now you've created 3 million people out of that segment, right? So Facebook runs your ads to these people. You can show them exactly how you want to target, right? And so you say, hey, send this ad and put it right to these 3 million people that you just found for me, right? And that is a hot set of customers, right? Because they are exactly like the people that bought from you already, right? And think about how powerful that is. That's what like advertisers have dreamed of for years, for decades up to this point, is being able to instantly find people who are exactly like a small segment of people and target directly to them, right? So our ads become even more profitable and reach larger audiences, right? Because we took a single ad, gathered up a little bit of information, and said, let's go back out to a larger set of people and who are even more targeted. And now we get more profitability because we're hitting deeper and more targeted people than we were before. So the big picture, right? So we were talking about how does this make sense? How does this snowball us in the right direction, right? So if we were doing $25 per day on that original ad, right, that we were gathering up that information for, and we were getting $100 back. Well, we launch a couple more ads using these lookalike audience, and now we're doing $100 per day, right? Because you're spending more money on these ads, and now we're getting $400 back. And then if you do it again, because there's a bunch of these lookalike audiences you can create, and we'll show you exactly how, $400 maybe in ad spend, and now you're getting $1,600 back, right? So the snowball continues to happen, and you're launching new ads, and you're finding more targeted, because as you have more sales and you have more data, you get more and more targeted towards that real core set of people. And if I'm losing you a little bit, guys, don't worry. At the end of this, we'll show you a little bit more details, and we definitely have plans to make sure this makes sense to you. I just wanted you to see the big picture to make sure that you guys notice the possibilities that Facebook allows you to have and e-commerce allows you to have. So real quick, I'm going to go over the shoulder to show you exactly how easy this is, right? So I'm in my business manager. Again, guys, this is just where the ads are run. If you've never seen this before, do not worry about it, right? Just follow the concepts. I'm in my business manager, which is where your ads are run. And now I'm in a part of it called audiences, right? This is where you can gather up all those campers together in a single audience. And I've actually done that. You can see here for people who have viewed a sales page, right? Or here, even better, here's the people that use our app in 2017. So Facebook allows me to gather up exactly who's using a certain thing or who's purchased or whatever. So these are our buyers for our Smart Apps suite in 2017. You can see we have 4,100 people, right? That's even better than the 100, right? So this is how it snowballs for you. So I have a set of 4,000, and I can say, hey, Facebook, I would like you. So all I have to do is check this box and hit this action button and say, create a lookalike audience, right? And so I'm going to type in a location, say United States. You can actually do more of them outside of it, but we'll stick with the United States right now. And I can say 2.1 million people, 4.3 million people, and so on. But right now, I'll just stick with the 2.1. I want to say, give me 2.1 million people who look exactly like that 4,100 people, right? And so I just hit create audience. No, I already created this, so no worries. Let's do this. I'll hit 4.3 just for this example. You can see we utilize these audiences, so they were already created there. So I have a 2%, and that's going to update real quick. It's only saying that because of starting to gather data. Now Facebook is off finding these sets of people, basing it off the 4,100 people that we have, and then it's going to return to me and say, hey, Matt, found those people. Let's go ahead and create a ad with that set of people, right? We'll utilize the 1% with the 2.1. So all I have to do is go to my Power Editor. And say, create myself a campaign. We'll just say Smart Apps December users, right? Hit conversion No worries. Again, do not get lost in the details of this. And add. I just want you to see how quickly and effectively, once you know what's going on here, how easily you can do this, right? And hit an add set here. Roll down just to here. So here's where you put that custom audience, and that's where our lookalike audience is going to be. So I'll just type in lookalike audience, and boom, here you go. Now the rest of the details, we'll follow those at a later point. You learn how to do those at a later point. But the most important thing to realize, guys, is I was able to create this ad in literally no time, right? And that's really the power of it. Now I'll create a handful of these over time. There's step-by-step processes you can do for that, and that's how we turn that $25 a day. That's winning, turning us into $100. That's how we get it all the way up to the $400 per day and $1,600 in return. And you can see how quickly that could turn into that $10,000 plus per day. So that per month and beyond that, even to that other point. So that's really the power of this, guys. That's what I wanted to show you today. And I'm gonna toss it back over to Alex, and he's gonna take it from here. All right, thanks.
All right, thank you, Matt. And guys, how about that? Okay, now I want to kind of break down what just happened. Remember when I said, look, if we give you a plan that you can confidently execute on to build a business in the next 30 days, would you feel confident going all in? Let me just recap what we just gave you. We gave you that plan. Remember those 3 things that Shopify dropshipping covers. Remember everything that Shopify dropshipping. If you get Shopify dropshipping, it takes off, and if you get these 3 things, you get Shopify dropshipping. Product, Thieve.co. You go there, it literally tells you the products you need to be selling that people are going to buy. Boom, you have a good product. Site, Shopify, done for you. We're literally going to send you a PDF after this that shows you exactly how to set up your site, the templates, and everything. And customers, well, you just use those dirt cheap Facebook ads we talked about, using that very specific targeting that Devin and Matt showed you. Then once you get your first sales, you just feed that sale data back to Facebook, and you use that to scale to 10K or as far as that product will let you. And look, scaling this business isn't exactly complicated because you don't have to do anything different than the first time you got success with it. You take the plan that we just gave you, you get your first product going, boom, it gets to $200 a day. What do you do after it hits its cap? Go and add another product. Okay, now you're at $400 a day. Add another product. You're at $600 a day. Add another product. You're at $800 a day. Add another product. You're at $1,000 per day. And that right there is how you've seen so many of our students go and get such dramatic success. They're just repeating that plan over and over again. And so, accountability check. Remember my initial promise. I want you to hit 1 in the chat box if you agree with me on these, if we delivered on that promise. Look, accountability check. Is this 30 days simple? With the product targeting tactics, could you get a hot product in the next week? Yes. Second accountability check. Is it 30 days simple? Could you go and create a site with Shopify in the next 30 days? Yes, you could probably actually do it in the next 10 minutes. Finally, could you easily create the simple, cheap ads to get customers that we showed you today? And give me one final one if you agree with me on this. This isn't just 30 days simple. This is 5 days simple. Give me one if you agree with me on that. And most importantly, now that we've shown you how to start a business without any hard cost, without any prior experience, without any technical skills, and we've given you a concrete plan you can confidently execute on, are you ready to go all in this? Give me one if you're ready to go all in. You're done waiting. You're done waiting around for this to happen for you. You're ready to make that same exact decision I made 8 years ago that got me to where I am now. It's a lot of ones. And I like to see that. I like to see that. And my question for you now is, who wants to get this done in the next 30 days? Now that you're ready to go all in, who wants to get this done in the next 30 days? And look, if you're one of the people mashing one right now, you really have 2 options. Look, we've given you everything on this call that we said we'd deliver on. And if you want to go execute on this right now, by all means. But let's just be kind of straightforward here. You're going the test monkey route. By test monkey route, look, I'm all for animal rights, but it's pretty common knowledge that NASA used to shoot monkeys into space. And the reason why they did that is because the monkeys would go through all the pitfalls and trials and failures and stuff they didn't want to deal with first, so that when they launched the person into space, they got it right the first time. If you're shooting off on your own right now, without any mentorship, without any guidance, look, you're going the test monkey route. You're going to hit the pitfalls. You're going to hit stuff. There's going to be no one there to tell you, hey, don't do that. Don't do this. Fix this. Pick this. Use this product. Set up your site this way. This is what you need to correct. And with that, of course, there's going to be a lot of pitfalls. It might not work. It might take a lot longer than it should. Or what you can do is literally the thing that every successful person has done on planet Earth. Get mentorship. Because instead of going out there and being the test monkey, we've already been the test monkeys. We've gone out there, we've flown all the way to Mars, we know exactly how to get there, we've crashed into every single meteoroid and thing out there on the way there, and we know exactly how to get to that place. We've gone from the stinky oasis, and we've taken the path to the golden oasis, the big, beautiful, good oasis everybody wants to get to, and we've gone through the desert, and we've gone through all the things that sucked, and we can tell you exactly how to get there your first time, and that's what we want to offer you right now. The option number 2 is get it right in the next 30 days by doing the same exact thing that every single successful person has done. Get a mentor. How many people, give me one if you want to go with option number 2. That's a lot of ones. That's a good choice because what we want to invite you into right now is something that's really special and frankly doesn't deserve or really need any pitch because of the results it's gotten. I want to invite you into the most result-driven e-commerce Shopify dropshipping program online, and that is HCOM 2020. Look, I'm just pumped about this because we're so proud about this program. This is something that myself, Matt, and Devin created.